Alright, it looks like everything's ready for the next video. I just gotta start playing and click play.
Hey, Marbo!
Jesus!
Hey, Marbo. I know you're getting ready for your next marathon, but Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Jesus Christ, Mickey, if you want to talk to me, feel free to message me first.
But Marbo, it's the perfect time to review this game. It's June, the weather's hot, and besides, if it wasn't obvious from your past two videos, you love 2D platformers, and you can't pass up one of the best.
First off, it's July, you fuckhead, and second, stop using my love of 2D platformers against me. But damn it, I do love this game, and it is probably one of the best 2D platformers ever made. If I say yes, let's collab, will you leave me alone?
Once it's done, yeah. Alright,
I guess my relaxation can wait, because right now, we're gonna take a look at Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
And that wraps up the first episode of Minecraft Millions. I could finally release it and work on the rest of the first season. Now it's time to watch some YouTube. Wait, what the hell? Marabo? This guy makes YouTube videos now? Oh my god, that's so crazy, dude. He makes videos? No way. Dude, I need to be in this guy's video. Hey Marbo, it's me, Fawzi. Can I please be in your video?
No!
Alright, Mickey, this was your idea, so you better be ready for it.
Marbo, trust me, I'm ready. I wouldn't have broken into your blue void if I wasn't ready.
Wait, you can see it too?
Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, everyone!
Here it comes! Extra, read all about it. The best burgers in town for more.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, released on
Whoa. Slow down there, buckaroo.
What?
That's not how we do things around here.
Marbo, what did I do wrong?
Well, in a segment called Development History, you fucking skipped the development history.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the game as fast as I can.
Sit your ass down and let me do this part.
You're the boss.
Here it comes! Extra, read all about it. The best burgers in town for more.
Before we can talk about the game, we need to first go over who Donkey Kong is and how he got here. Donkey Kong first appeared in the arcade title called Donkey Kong. Yeah, DK got the top billing for this one when Mario was the playable character, and this was also his first playable appearance. While this might seem impressive at first, the impact of this sort of gets lost when continuing along the DK timeline. The Donkey Kong arcade game would do incredibly well and spawn two sequels, which, good for them, but when Nintendo started to turn their focus away from the arcade games, DK was initially left in the dust. With the release of Super Mario Bros. For Nintendo Entertainment System, Donkey Kong was replaced with a new bad guy, Bowser. So not counting the ports of the first and second Donkey Kong games on the NES, Donkey Kong never made an official appearance on the system. It wasn't until the near end of the next home console Nintendo made, the Super Nintendo, that Donkey Kong would finally be back in the spotlight, with Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country was originally released on November 21st, 1994, which weirdly enough, 20 years later, Smash 4 was also released on this date. Huh. Donkey Kong Country was actually pretty revolutionary for the gaming industry at the time for its use of 3D models. Well, sort of. You see, Rare made a picture of the 3D model, and then they took a picture of that picture, and they put that in the game. While very dated today, we have Donkey Kong Country to thank for taking leaps into the 3D world for gaming. While I mentioned them earlier, we also have Donkey Kong Country to thank for introducing the world to Rareware, or just Rare now. While previously known for titles such as Battletoads, Rare didn't become a household name until they released DKC. DKC stands for Donkey Kong Country, if you didn't know. Before we continue, I want to mention this little tidbit of DKC lore that I found out while doing this video. According to Cranky Kong, he is the original Donkey Kong in the Donkey Kong arcade game. So does that mean this is some kind of Donkey Kong exception? No, what really is going on here is that Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country is actually Donkey Kong Jr. So if we want to be technical, Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country is the first appearance of the modern Donkey Kong that we know today. Anyways, after the success of Donkey Kong Country, Rare went on to make 2 more Donkey Kong Countries for the SNES, 3 Donkey Kong Lands for the Game Boy, and Donkey Kong 64 for the Nintendo 64. Most of these games were great, and it seemed like Nintendo finally found a way to bring DK back into the modern spotlight. But then, it happened.
What happened?
The Xbox.
Oh shit.
In 2002, Microsoft was getting ready to launch their brand new home console, the Xbox, and to make sure there were games to go along with it for its launch, they decided to buy the entirety of Rareware from Nintendo. Rare would go on to have a pretty miserable existence for the next 2 decades thanks to Microsoft, and also this put DK in a pretty miserable position as well in Nintendo. The devs for the past 7 games were gone, and now Nintendo was also in the middle of saving their sinking ship, the GameCube. By the way, I love the GameCube. While Donkey Kong games were still being made, such as Donkey Kong Jungle Beat or Donkey Konga, and on the Wii we even had Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, the Donkey Kong Country series was on hiatus. Things weren't looking too great for the Donkey Kong Country series until the release of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes.
Why are you talking about Metroid in a DK history lesson?
Well, fuckface, if you help me finish, you'll find out.
Alright, fine. Continue.
Thank you. After Metroid Prime 2 came out, the developers of the game, which were Retro Studios, asked Nintendo if they could make a new Donkey Kong Country game for the Wii. While Nintendo wasn't against the idea, they still wanted Retro to make a third Metroid Prime game, so after Metroid Prime 3, Corruption, Nintendo finally allowed Retro to make a new Donkey Kong Country game. And so 16 years later, after Donkey Kong Country 1 came out, Retro finally revealed their new game, Donkey Kong Country Returns, which released on November 21st, 2010. Damn, that's also the same day that Ocarina of Time came out. Why the fuck did these 4 games, Donkey Kong Country 1, Ocarina of Time, Donkey Kong Country Returns, and Super Smash Bros. 4 all come out on the same day?
Well, different years.
True, but still, I get Donkey Kong Country and Country Returns coming out on the same day since Country Returns was a return to the Donkey Kong franchise. And I get Ocarina of Time 2 as well since that day didn't mean much back then, but for Smash 4, this game has no excuse.
Well, have you tried scheduling game releases, Marbo?
Well, no, I haven't.
So stop bitching!
Okay, jeez.
Just finish the segment.
Alright, fine. So after the massive success that was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Returns, Retro approached Nintendo about making a follow-up game, and with absolutely no hesitation, they were given a thumbs up, so they started working on Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze was released on the Nintendo Wii U on February 21st, 2014 for $50.
Why are you bringing the price up?
Very good question, Mickey. That is because 4 years later, Nintendo released a Tropical Freeze port to the Nintendo Switch on May 5th, 2018 for $60.
Well, did they add anything to the game that would make it worth $10 more?
They added an easy mode with Funky Kong.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they thought since the game is now portable, it is worth the increase in price.
Well, yeah, I can see that. But before this port came out, Nintendo had released Tropical Freeze on the Wii U under the Nintendo Selects line of games for $20.
Oh.
Then also, right before the Switch port came out, Nintendo took the game off the Wii U eShop.
Oh, so they knew what they were doing.
They definitely knew what they were doing. They were trying to pull a fast one on us.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I should probably mention now that the version of the game we're looking at today is a Switch version, mainly because it's the newest version, and it seems like this is the port they want us to look at. Alright, see Mickey, the segment's done. Was it that hard?
Incredibly.
Would it surprise you that I didn't have to look any of that information up?
Not at all. Can we continue?
Gladly.
Burgers, the fries, a shake or a friend. If you're hungry, simply line up at the end. Come on.
Our story begins with the DK crew, which, for this game, consists of DK, Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky, who are all celebrating DK's 20-year anniversary.
See, I told you! That useless piece of trivia from the last segment was important after all.
Shut the fuck up, Marbo.
Fine.
Anyways, off in the distance we see a Viking ship full of penguins and other cold temperature critters sailing across the sea in search of an island to take over and call home. Unfortunately for DK, they find DK Island, and with one blow of a magic conch, DK's entire island gets covered in snow, and it sends the DK crew flying 5 islands away, and it's now up to DK and the crew to get their home back. And predictably, at the end they succeed and drive Lord Frederick and his moose away with another blow from the magic conch.
Yes?
The island returns to normal.
So very simple for a Nintendo game, especially for their platformers.
Yeah, but for a game like DK, I don't think a complex story is needed.
Really?
Yeah, as long as we have a character, A, go to a location, B, to stop a character, C, it's all good.
True, it does present us with our villains, our heroes, and our end goal. For this game, I agree it works, although I do have one small nitpick.
And that is...
If Funky has a functional plane and he can fly from island to island and sell his merch, how come he can't just take his plane straight to Frederick's front door?
Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to hear the answer to.
The ketchup, the mustard, the salt, and the pepper. Pour it on right, guys, we got no extra. You watch.
In Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, the main character you control is Donkey Kong, but if you're playing the Switch port, you also have the option to play as Funky Kong. While playing as Donkey Kong gives you the canonical ending and an old school challenge, Funky Kong gives you an easy mode, which is for the less skilled players. He has 5 hearts instead of DK's initial 2, he's immune to spikes, and he inherits Dixie's hover ability from Donkey Kong Country 3.
Speaking of Dixie, she returns as one of 3 partners for DK to utilize on his adventure.
Only Donkey Kong gets to use a 3-partner Kong, so sorry Funky mains.
So starting with Dixie Kong, she returns from a 2-game hiatus and brings with her her hair twirl, which lets DK and herself hover in the air for a moment and even gain some altitude. When you use her special skill, she can turn any enemy on screen into a golden heart, and with those, it lets DK gain additional health without going over the initial 2 heart limit. Dixie is my personal favorite because of her hover and her height gain. And while this all seems good, Dixie severely cripples the next partner, Diddy Kong.
Fun fact, did y'all know that even though Donkey Kong's name is in the series title, Diddy Kong has actually been playable in more games?
Really?
Yeah, no shit, look at this.
Damn, that's depressing. Well anyways, Diddy's ability is he uses a jetpack to hover in the air. He doesn't gain any height either. Instead, he lasts in the air a bit short. Well, a short bit longer. It's like maybe a second.
Damn.
Yeah, it's because of this that makes him inferior to Dixie. The situations where I would need to float horizontally in a game like this is extremely minimal. I think if Diddy instead was able to use his peanut gun so DK could have a projectile to take care of the threats from a safe distance, would have been a better decision, like Donkey Kong 64 did.
Yeah, I agree, but you'll understand why they couldn't have done that in a little bit.
Okay, well...
Also, when you use Diddy's special ability, it turns any enemy on stage into an extra life balloon.
While this initially seems good, it immediately loses all value when you realize that extra life balloons are pretty cheap at Funky's store, and how the state likes to throw a lot of banana coins and extra life balloons at you.
Damn, Diddy really doesn't have anything going for him, does he?
No, anything he has that could be useful is either stolen by Dixie or poor game design, which is weird because of how well this game is designed overall.
Well, it doesn't matter too much, because we still have one more partner Kong to talk about, which is Cranky Kong.
Cranky Kong is making his playability debut in this game, and it shows, because he is the most unique from any other character in the game.
And the best.
No, well, see that's tricky. Cranky uses his cane as a pogo stick to bounce across the entire stage, pretty much like Scrooge McDuck or Shovel Knight.
I mean, Tropical Freeze came up before Shovel Knight, so it's more accurate to say that Shovel Knight was inspired by Scrooge and Cranky. And also, lighten up a little bit, dude. You're boring me.
Shut up, you! Okay, back on topic.
Cranky can be used to poke over enemies and spikes. Since Cranky's immune to spikes, it makes him the ideal partner for any potential speedrunners.
Yeah, I still prefer Dixie.
Dude, stop going off topic and let's fucking finish the script.
Well, I wouldn't have to go off script if you didn't stop interrupting me.
Fine, just finish Cranky's bio.
Thank you. Where was I? Oh right, special abilities. For Cranky's special ability, he can turn any enemy on screen into a banana coin, which can be used as currency at Funky's Fly and Buy? What the fuck kind of a name is that? Anyway, may I add that the place rocks? You can buy extra hearts, extra invisibility frames, Squawks the parrot who points out any hidden collectibles in stages, balloons that can save you from drowning and bottomless pits, extra lives, and even barrels that contain your partner of choice. This means that you can bring your favorite partner into stages where the devs don't want you to.
Personally, I stock up on extra hearts, frames, lives, and Cranky barrels. If I could bring Cranky into any stage I want, I'll pay any amount to make up for it with Cranky's ability, which gives me extra banana coin.
Damn, with people like you, it's no wonder why Funky had to become a playable character. He needs more banana coins for himself.
Don't judge me, whore.
Whoa, calm down there, Mussolini. Why don't you just exist while I continue the review?
Wait, you can't do this. This is my channel.
Anyways, if any of y'all were curious if you wanted to play this game multiplayer, you can have a second player jump in as one of the partner Kongs, and you can eventually play as the partner Kong in single player.
This is why Diddy had to have a shitty hover instead of his peanut guns. Since the other two partners have abilities that are helpful for platforming, for this mode, Diddy had to follow suit so he can be just as viable. In my opinion, the partner Kongs are better used for multiplayer so they can assist DK instead of outright replace him.
I personally think that it's harder to have a second Kong in your DK crew, unless both players know how to properly play the game, and you know how to run through most stages. However, when it comes to the main adventure, you won't always be running through a regular stage due to the different types of stages that are present. Along with traditional land stages, we also have minecart stages, which are test of reflexes, Rammy the Rhino's stages, where you ride Rammy the Rhino as he runs through the stage, and water levels, where you guide DK along a long passage of water.
If I may butt in, I personally enjoyed all these playstyles, and I'm glad that I at least like the water levels since they make up the majority of World 4.
Yeah, that would suck if the water levels were just dark and boring.
It's weird that you mentioned that, because very rarely in the game there are levels where you only see everyone's silhouettes. It seems like it would be boring, but DK and his glowing red tie is just so satisfying to look at that it gives everything a nice and relaxing glow.
Yeah, I agree. Visually, it's some of the best things to look at in the game.
And then when it comes to the minecart stages, I think it gives off the same amount of adrenaline that the bullet hell section of the Cuphead give off. I fucking love sections in these kind of games.
I think that they would be better if you could somehow control DK and use any of his basic moves to get past enemies and hazards.
Can you explain?
Yeah, you know how DK can jump on enemies, throw specific ones, ground pound, and roll?
Yeah.
Well, if I had enemies to throw to get rid of any threats or distance, it would be the minecart stages easier for me, or make them easier anyway.
Yeah, but that would defeat the purpose of the entire fucking stage.
But it would be more fun.
But it would ruin the stage.
But it would be more fun.
Okay, it's clear that we have different opinions about this. Let's just collect ourselves and finish the video.
I guess.
The ketchup, the mustard, the salt, and the pepper. Pour it on right, guys, we got no extra. You watch.
Although it might not seem like from our commentary, Mickey and I enjoyed ourselves in making this video.
Yeah, I can somewhat agree.
Jesus Christ, the video is almost fucking over and yet we can't be nice to each other.
Well, maybe if you were nice to me, I'd be nice to you.
Fuck off, alright? When it comes to Tropical Freeze, I really enjoy myself on this adventure.
Yeah, it really felt like every new level was throwing something fun and interesting to me.
I have to agree, pretty much every stage in this game was a joy to play. For the majority of it.
What do you mean?
Hey, I will always love the level design of this game, and I truly believe that it deserves to be known as one of the best platformers of all time. But
Just tell us your complaint already.
I think the levels in this game can last a tad bit too long.
That's it?
Well, it seems like a shell can play from the surface, but when it comes to looking for collectibles, it can make this game feel like a long and dragged out experience.
Well, it somewhat does. But what about Squawks, who can help mitigate the collectible hunt?
Yes, that does help, but it isn't exactly fun if you catch my Tokyo drift.
How is it not fun?
Well, looking for collectibles in the game takes an already long level and stretches it out. If you attempt 100% in this game, you will become very familiar with every pixel of the game. Every few steps there's either a bonus room, puzzle piece, or Kong letter, and it ruins the flow of the game for me. There, I said it.
Well, that's fine, I guess. Collectibles don't do much besides extra lives and concept art.
Which again, is fine for the average completionist, but when you can just Google search every piece of concept art, OST, and collectible figures, it kinda ruins the value of doing it yourself. While I like that these are here, I sometimes think what the game asks of you is sometimes not worth it.
You think that isn't worth it? Try doing all the time trials. You only get medals, which actually do jack shit.
Yeah, you would know. Of course it's because I let you take care of those.
Yeah, thanks for that, jackass.
I think we can end our argument by saying that casually playing the game is the best way to play it.
Kind of ironic, when this game is best for the hardcore than the casual.
Yes, but while this game can be hard, I really do think that anybody can pick this game up and have a great time with it. With all this said, I decided to give Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze a very solid 9 out of 10.
And I decided to give it an 8 out of 10.
Well, Mickey, are you happy? I just spent an ungodly amount of time making this video.
I'm really happy that we did this. You should be too.
Well, I did have a fun time. This was actually my third time fully playing the game, and I can definitely agree with the statement saying this game gets better every time you play it.
Well, good. I'm glad.
So Mickey, should I bill you now or wait till you return to your channel so you can fix my void?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you fucking destroyed the void. What do you expect me to do?
Replace it?
Plug your channel before I kick your ass.
Will do. My channel is GamingPlayZ. Capital G for gaming, capital P for plays, and a Z instead of an S at the end of plays, which is also capitalized. Alright, I'm done.
Now leave.
Wait.
Now.
Ugh.
Alright, good. Now that he's gone, I can finally get back to trying to find something that's normal in my life. We'll get to DR eventually, but for now, I got a few surprises coming up, so we'll just see where we're going from there. As for always, thank you guys for watching and stay safe.
Oh.